Hey, what's going on? It's Anthony Rosas here, back with another SpongeBob related video. And before I start off this video, I would like to thank all of you guys for the support and all the views from my previous two videos, especially the one with a SpongeBob meme from each episode from the first 3 seasons. I didn't expect it to get that much views in the past 6 months or so. It recently blew up, and that's the reason why I made the SpongeBob movie last week or so. And I did have a comment on my first video, I'll put it up here, saying that maybe we should make a tier list of the memes that I was able to find, because there were so many that were left out that it was so hard to choose one from each episode that it would be a great idea to rank them. Now, I thought it would be a little bit easier and a little less time to find these memes and rank them, but my first recording didn't work out so well, and it was an hour and a half long, and yeah, that's pretty much why right now the list is already out right here. But I'll just go through each one of them one by one, quickly as I can, to make sure that this won't be too long of a video. But yeah, thank you for the comments and the suggestion. If you want to see a part 2 for season 2, because this season alone, for the first season, has 210 memes that I could find, which is a lot. But for season 2 and possible season 3 tier list, if you hit the like button, then I'll get to see if you guys are interested in that, or if you want any other SpongeBob related videos or any other videos of cartoons or anything else in common for commentary purposes. Comment that, and we'll begin right now. So to begin with, here's the official tier list of SpongeBob memes created by me. So basically every single SpongeBob meme is so good that there's going to be no F tier, because it would just be wrong to put a SpongeBob meme in F tier. So we'll go from S to D, S being the best, A being good, B being somewhat good, C being mediocre or around not too bad, and then D being not the worst but not one of the best. So to begin with, let's go from the bottom up, because that's what everyone loves. They like to wait for the best for last. As you can see right here in the D tier, we got some classic memes from the first couple episodes going into later, with Patrick laughing with Mr. Krabs, and a bunch of these other memes. So basically this tier was made with memes that were either seen once or twice at occasion, and or were barely used in the meme community, or might not be that hilarious compared to the other ones. So like, let's go with this meme right here with SpongeBob and the block of lead.
An experienced employee of the month always keeps a brick of lead in his hat.
This one I've seen only once or twice, and they basically just replaced the block of lead with an Xbox. Pretty good, but since it's only been used twice, that's the reason why it's at a D tier. Same goes for this with this little pebble, which is actually a pineapple seed. I've seen this once with the same caption over and over again. And this one I have used once in the video, because that was the only meme I could find that was closely related. It was in one video that I've seen.
Your balls are showing.
And that's about it. But other than that, all these memes are basically used either once, twice, or just not that hilarious compared to the other ones, especially in edits. And edits are what are basically going to make some of these memes the best of the best, or better than others. So if we move up to the C tier right here, you can see there's a little bit more memes compared to the D tier. These are all like mediocre or whatever, so you can see them occasionally. They're not going to be once or twice. You'll probably see them maybe 5-6 times. But everyone will probably know these, like Shiakazim, my boy Plankton, the magician who tried to steal the Krabby Patty. It didn't work out good. You got SpongeBob over here. Okay. You got this weird seal face Squidward. It probably doesn't appear a lot of memes, but I like the face, which is why I bumped it up to a C. We got the fish out here waving. I've seen it maybe 5 times, but it's still pretty funny. You got the malicious jellyfish getting ready to do something but diabolical. And then we have my boy, the librarian Gary, Chad Gary, the stream Gary. And then we got even the midnight snack, don't touch me, I'm sterile, and Heartman.
I defy you, Heartman!
Right, next we'll bump up to the B tier right here. So there are way more memes than what was in C and D as well. These memes are above mediocre, pretty good, not funny, but let's say funny. We got this one, It Ain't Gonna Suck Itself. One of the first memes I've been able to see from Spongebob when I first began this. Then we keep going. We got the fun song twice with the F and the N. F, you can say that if you know F's in chat, or you know the F word. And then the N for gamers. Yeah, don't need to explain that. We got Buff Sandy and Buff Spongebob almost perfectly sync. Only if Spongebob was a little bit more matching with that would have been perfect. We got Thought Patrick 3 times.
I sense no danger here.
We got my boy the chocolate guy with this orange juice, I guess you could say, and his, what'd you say, face? I guess you could say that. We got another one of these that's almost similar to the previous one with SpongeBob and Plankton. I don't know what's going on there. Don't know why they animated that, but we'll leave it there. And we got my boy, we got Patrick, Blindbeard the pirate. Can't see for Jack. And then we got my boy Squidward on the little seashell cart or something like that. I think that's what you call it. But yeah, most of these memes are either a pretty first generation meme or almost seen everywhere. In my opinion, these ones are funny, but A tier, which will be next, is where the funny memes are going to be funnier than these, or more iconic than these, I guess you could say. Now we're going to the A tier. A tier right here is going to be funny. But let's start off with the top row, one of my personal favorite memes, which might be a little ranked too high, maybe because of bias reasons, and it's pretty new, but my boy Squidward with the red lights on saying wait. I don't know why, I just love it. It's just literally just white and just Squidward pointing. I don't know why I find it hilarious, but I love it. You even have Larry the Lobster with his observe. I've seen people wanting this for the Muscle Bob Buff Pants episode from the first video. It's just funny, his face. Observe. Shaw, bruh. And you got my boy the Chad, the team player. I've seen in one of the comments, but he was a team player for giving SpongeBob 2 of his marshmallows. He sacrificed 2 of his marshmallows so that SpongeBob can just lift up 2 marshmallows with a stick to impress Sandy and Larry, which he ripped his pants, unfortunately. But other than that, he's a team player for at least. Next we have over here, let's go with SpongeBob drinking out of this mug. Usually the mug is photoshopped with the Clorox logo for obvious reasons. This one's just a vibe. Patrick riding the seahorse. I wish I could just ride the seahorse in my dream.
You what?
Personal favorite, really favorite, underrated meme, SpongeBob crying with the pillow, even without those eyes. Really top tier meme. It's funny. I don't care what any of you say. It's A tier. It's funny. It's underrated. Then let's move on to, let's go with SpongeBob over here, chowing down on the perp 30s. Now let's go to Plankton over here, saying yes over and over again.
Yes! Come!
In a weirdly sexual way. Yeah, let's move on. We got Squidward over here choking the fork. I don't know how in God's name you choke on a fork. I mean, how does it even fit in his throat? Like, I mean, you gotta be an idiot to choke on a fork, but alright. I want to talk about this one, the Mrs. Puff meme right here. So the Squidward meme of him looking down at SpongeBob and Patrick having fun through his window, that one's a new version of this meme, which would be the original version that no one took the opportunity of doing because no one knows a lot about Mrs. Puff as a character. And Squidward's more relatable to people, but this one I like. I'm putting it at A tier because I believe that this one's the original meme of that Squidward meme, and it belongs up here because that Squidward meme's been used a lot. Let's move on with my boy Fred. Everyone knows him. The My Leg guy. Vibing in the invisible Bobobile of his own after it got eaten by nematodes. Those darn nematodes. But I mean, he's just vibing, man. He just needs to get to places, man. Even if he doesn't have a car, he's still going. Like, damn. Let's go to my boy Patrick trying to eat this Krabby Patty. I like this face. This face is just funny for Patrick.
Take a bite.
That'll do it for the A tiers. Now let's move on to the S tiers. So here we got the S tier memes. The best of the best, top of the bunch. These ones are up here because either A, bias purposes, they were my favorite ones. And I tried my best, you know, not to put them like A's, like maybe the crying pillow one, but like these ones I know that a lot of people are gonna like. Or B, they're gonna be either really popular and they've been really mainstream throughout social media and a bunch of other places, or C, just how memorable the moment is in the series. Alright, so if we go right here, I'll talk about each of these because these ones are the best. We got the clock, my boy Spongebob over here, breaking the clock just to find out that there are other clocks that Squidward is hiding. These ones are used a lot, and these are always used in the perfect way. Next we have Squidward's interpretive dance. This one is the OG meme. This one is memorable, and everyone loves this scene. I mean, even in the SpongeBob SquarePants movie, the second one, in the post-credit scene, you can see him doing his interpretive dance as a little Easter egg.
You know what this means? A little interpretive dance.
Yeah, here we go now.
Which I thought to be hilarious at the time I was watching the movie in the theaters. Next we have, again, memorable. Really memorable moment right here. And it is iconic. You gotta put this at an S tier. I don't know what kind of person you are if you don't put this at an S tier. Next we got Caveman SpongeBob. This blew up. I remember sometime in middle school and this was everywhere. It was just hilarious at the time. Next we got my boy Fred walking to the Krusty Krab.
Rev up those fryers, cause I am sure hungry for one. Help! Help! My leg!
You gotta have my boy Fred up here in the S tier, at least in one of these memes. This one's one of those iconic moments, besides the My Leg moments, which are the iconic Easter egg of the SpongeBob series. Next we got Weast. It's just iconic, Weast. Patrick invented the new word that we use all the time. Next we got Who Am I Now? Texas, but he's also stupid. Iconic again. And then next, this one's just hilarious because it's just an unnecessary explosion as Patrick gets tangled up in Sandy's rope and they just pulled behind SpongeBob while they're running away and he just dies, man. Come on. Alright, next, let's go to SpongeBob stepping on the beach. Again, iconic. And it's a pretty good beat. Pretty good. Catchy as well. Next we got my boy the lifeguard over here crying. I'd be too if I was holding SpongeBob like that after he drowned, in quotations. This one's just perfect. Perfect. Yeah, perfect picture, perfect moment. And it is used very good in edits. Next we got the chocolate guy again. Screaming, "You what?" This one's always good, especially when you say something weird or, you know, you just want to run that back again. Next, let's go to the other two lifeguard memes up here. We got him crying with SpongeBob in his arm, trying to tell him he needs a tailor, which is great in edits. Next, we got him again just staring at you with disappointment. This is literally just disappointment. It says a lot about it. Next, we got a newer one that's up here, which is Barnacle Boy with his sulfur vision, looking at his hand, which is supposed to be a conch shell, but that was edited out, with the. And this became popular with the
Yankee with no brim!
this one, top tier meme. It's new, but like it's really good. It's funny. It's funny, especially with that Yankee with no brim meme. Next we got firmly grasp it, iconic. That's all I gotta say. And then we got a set of 2 memes right here that could be used as one, I guess you could say. We got Patrick over here interested in something. Someone mentioned it as Pog Patrick, and I can see it, and now I can't unsee it. And then we got Sleeping Patrick, because he's bored. Iconic. And then just basically when I was looking through the episodes for memes, I had to put every single meme I saw in the pizza delivery episode because it's just an iconic episode in all of the ways. And the episode itself is supposedly a meme. We got the Krusty Krab pizza. We got put it in reverse. We got spoons rattling or hitchhiking Spongebob with his looks like somewhat of a dab. We got the SpongeBob and Squidward in a hurricane. We got the I rock, I guess you could say. It's a rock, which is a boulder. We got Squidward getting flattened by the boulder. We have Squidward and SpongeBob staring at something, I guess you could say, depending on what the context is of the meme. Then next we'll move on from outside of the pizza delivery episode to Squidward's giant open eyes. This one's iconic. That's it. You've seen this almost everywhere on the internet, so this has to be on this tier, as well as Squidward sunbathing. Next, let's go to I Don't Need It. Again, iconic. It was in the 3rd episode of the series where you meet Sandy. Great. Next, we have the cops just teasing Patrick with the wanted maniac poster because he's scared of it. Along with the next meme right here, Calm Down Son. It's just a drawing, which is pretty relatable to one of my friends. You know who you are. Next we got He's Just Standing There Menacingly. One of the greatest lines that everyone probably can remember from Patrick himself.
He's just standing there, menacingly!
Next we got the Jellyfish Jam. It's a bop. Next we got Patrick coughing. Again, another one of my personal favorites. And especially for... I am just thankful for whoever made the remix of it. I'll play a sample right here. Anyway, that beat goes hard. We got this one's not particularly a meme from the image. It's the video itself of Mr. Krabs hearing the squeaks of the boots that he gave Spongebob, and this one's very, very good in the in edits everywhere. Next we got one, and then not newer meme, supposedly like the Barnacle Boy, but it is a new meme with SpongeBob ascending with his glow around him while he is ascending up in the air, while Kanye West Wolves is playing in the background, which is very, very funny. I can't stop thinking about that Wolves intro just from this meme alone. I can still hear it right now. I can hear this song while I'm talking about this right now. Next meme. These 2 memes right here were included in my first video as a bonus because they were right next to each other. We got Tired SpongeBob right here, used a lot, very often in the internet. And then Evil Patrick, which blew up when it first arrived to the internet, and it was used very, very well. Next we got one of my favorites, I'm Squidward, because it's not just the I'm Squidward part, but it's just the edit that someone made of of him dancing to Soulja Boy. And it's just funny because every time I just can't stop quoting that video because it's just how bad the quality is and how Android-like it is. Next we got Poetry by Gary. This one has the S tier because it's just Gary, man. Gary is a Chad. He is poetic. I mean, even Sandy felt the poem that Gary just gave at the talent show. And I mean, Squidward, I think Squidward was kind of jealous because he was trying to wrap it up real quick. And then next, finally, in the S tier, we got It's a Giraffe. That's all I gotta say. It's a giraffe. Anyway, if you want to see everything else on here, if I didn't go through it, or you even want to make your own meme yourself, the link for this will be in the description below. And feel free to share it on this website, Tier Maker. You can find it in the link again. But thank you for the support and everything. If you look at the time card, I'll have a poll up there maybe for the next video or ideas, or even like suggestions of what you guys want to see. And I'll see if this gets enough likes and support, then I'll make a season 2 of this and a possible season 3, which might take a little bit of while as well because there's freaking 210 memes in this one season, and there might be more. We'll find out later. But thank you, and don't forget to subscribe, please. It helps me out.